welcome. My name is Jacob Merrithew. I am an international business student with a minor in French. In this documentary, we'll explore how restaurants like Masala and Righteous Slice bring global flavors to a tight-knit community. We'll meet the passionate individuals behind these businesses, uncover their stories, and figure out how they balance authenticity with adaptation. While researching about the town of Rexburg, I discovered that the international student population of BYU, Idaho has increased from 3% to 7% over the last 10 years. Data collected through idaho.gov has also ensured that a population increase of about 10,000 is due to come over the next 10 years. Now you may be asking yourself, why Idaho? Out of all the states in the US, why Idaho to start a business? Well, for starters, Idaho was ranked across many sources as the 5th best state to start a business. Its low tax rate as well as no inventory tax create a great opportunity for startups to manage their income. Not to mention, it has a lot to offer and it's got beautiful places all over the state. Welcome to Righteous Slice, Rexburg's own Italian-style pizza. I was unfamiliar with Righteous Slice and how they operated before the chance I had to work with them, so I was super grateful for this opportunity. Now you're seeing visuals of what it looked like inside the restaurant. As you can see, it is very nice and high-end. Now, I had the opportunity to interview with the co-owner of Righteous Slice, Andrew Crawford. This was prior to the first time that I had tried the food. Now, when I was meeting with Andrew, I learned a lot of interesting things about the restaurant. The flour that they used is imported from Italy. A lot of their ingredients are locally sourced, but they rely on flour from Italy in order to achieve high-quality Italian-style pizza. Now, they use an oven that is also imported from Italy and costs over $500,000. I was fascinated when I found out about that. This is their $500,000 oven imported from Italy. I think it's beautiful as well as unique, and it makes the pizza the way it is today. They offer a wide variety of beverage options as well as a comfortable and cozy dining room. Of course, they offer a wide variety of toppings from meatballs to steak to basil to fresh veggies. And not to mention their logo itself is pretty darn cool. And the fact that their owner, Bill Crawford, has won many awards for his pizza making skills. It's safe to say this is a good place to go in Rexburg. So we are here at Righteous Slice today. We are about to go in. Just right on the corner of 2nd South here in Rexburg, Idaho. Let's go in. Really like their logo. I wore my red and green shirt today because it's an Italian style pizza and I wanted to dress nice. And so what's cool about this place is that they actually rented out the 2nd floor as well to have a more diverse dining room. So if you want to follow me upstairs, let's check it out. I am yet to go up there. They recommend to come up here. Usually not as many people do. Wow, it's really nice. One of the things I did hear is that they host events here. And they have their own little kitchen up here area. And it's really nice. Now this is what Righteous Slice is all about. I pulled this footage from their trailer on YouTube to show that they are a unique style pizza, utilize ingredients often not found on pizzas like basil, chocolate, lemons, ginger, and other things like that. Now let's prepare to cook with Andrew in the next clip.
Yeah, I'm Andrew Crawford. I'm the general manager of Righteous Slice. This is also my family's restaurant. I've been making Neapolitan or Italian style pizza since I was about 8 or 9 years old. And we've been selling it to people since I was about 12. So it's been a good 13 years of pizza making in my life. I'm just going to show you guys a couple things about Righteous Slice.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff we've got here, we have our Acunto oven. It's an imported Italian oven. It's from the oldest oven making company in the world.
Wow.
We got it shipped in from Italy. It weighs, I believe, close to 3 tons. It's like 2 or 3 tons. So when we got it in the restaurant, we had to bring it in through the window that we then built everything around it. So this was the first thing in here, and all of the walls, the toppings, everything else was put up after we got the oven in. So this oven's gonna stay here probably as long as everything else in the building.
Yeah.
We've also got a couple of our imported ingredients. We have Caputo 00 flour. It's imported from Italy as well, and it's what's used to make our Neapolitan pizzas. I'll show you guys how to make a Neapolitan style pizza.
Okay.
So we've got our dough right here. This dough's been aged for about 3 days now since we started making it. So it's some very mature dough. We try to keep it consistent around 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch to about 1 1/4 inch for the crust after it's cooked. The sauce is their chow tomatoes. We get our tomatoes, or for the longest time, got our tomatoes imported from Italy, grown in the ash of Mount Vesuvius, like the volcano that exploded and killed Pompeii. They make very, very sweet tomatoes. So the only thing that's in this is the tomatoes and a couple grams of salt. The pizza I'm making right now is the margherita. It's the pizza that you want to do to compare against any pizzeria. Just get the classic cheese.
Is this like what one would consider as a traditional Italian pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the first 3 pizzas made in Italy, really.
Okay.
They have the one with just sauce, and then one with a little bit of cheese added on top. This is our fresh basil. We also measure out our cheese on every pizza we do, but it differs based off the day. We use a high moisture mozzarella, but we drain it so it's not soupy.
Yeah.
And it differs in the level of moisture day by day, depending on what stage of the process it is. The olive oil works as an emulsifier between the cheese and the sauce. If you don't add the olive oil to it, you'll have very separated pieces of cheese. With the olive oil added, you have a nice mix of cheese blending together with the other ingredients in the sauce. You always need to make sure you put it on the same spot you cooked on previously. So now the bottom of the pizza is just about done cooking, but the top of it's not quite. So I set it on the front of the oven just for a few seconds, just to finish up the cook on the bottom, get some nice leoparding there. And then I want to just melt the rest of the cheese just right here in the lip of the oven. Yeah.
For how long after it's cooked does it sit for before eating?
Oh, we want to get it there as soon as possible.
Okay.
If the pizza's not to the table within 2 minutes, we'll put it back in the oven so it gets there hot. The pizza loses the majority of its quality in the time it just sits there. After you cut the pizza, you've got maybe 5 minutes before it should go in someone's mouth. Otherwise, you're going to get a lower quality pizza. Move this out here. We're not too far in the way.
What inspired you to bring, an Italian style pizza to a small town like Rexburg?
The biggest thing was like my family. This is my family's restaurant. My dad's dream's been pizza for years and years now. He loves business, loves pizza, but he wanted to spend more time with his family. So we moved to Rexburg so he could be a professor here. His last job had him working 60 to 80 hours a week and out of the country at least a week out of every month. When he became a professor, his class schedule lined up a lot better with with the school schedule of the local school here, so we were able to spend more time with him. And with that time, we also started doing pizza making for the farmers market. And through doing the farmers market, we gained a very loyal following of customers that just are willing to come back again and again and again, because it's the highest quality pizza and probably highest quality food you can find in the area.
So we saw the process of how the pizza is cooked with our friend Andrew, and now this is going to be the initial taste test coming out of the oven. One of the things that's unique about this Italian-style pizza is that it's considered floppy, but that's one of the things that gives it its texture and it's known for. The basil, as well as the tomato, tastes very fresh. Pizza scale, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. It's unique, it's flavorful, it's unlike anything I've had before. Great job.
All right, trying out the pizza as well. Gotta say, I'm kind of excited. I've never tried something like this before for a pizza. Yeah, the basil is actually quite amazing with it. You're correct with Jacob's correct when he says it's floppy as well. It's a little floppy, but it tastes amazing. Actually, really good pizza. I've never experienced something like that before. It's very flavorful and rich flavor with that basil as well.
Now we're going to take a look at our second restaurant of the day. This is Masala Indian Cuisine in Rexburg, Idaho. They offer every type of Indian food in the most authentic form. The chef Jay has been cooking Indian food for over 25 years. He is very experienced. They have a very cozy as well as unique and awesome dining experience. They have a special gold room that can be reserved for parties. They also offer 10% student discount as well as teacher discount that most people do not know about. Now, because they are a higher end restaurant here in Rexburg, Idaho, they do in fact require reservations. I mean, just look at how well they orchestrated the decorations of this dining room. It is clean, fun, friendly, beautiful, and not to mention creative. When you eat at Masala, it's not just about the food, it's about the experience. And for my time here, you'll find out the experience is well worth the price. Hey guys, we are here today at Masala Indian Cuisine in Rexburg, Idaho with Jay, and he's going to be cooking some food for us. And yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So we're going to be cooking some homemade traditional garlic naan, and we're going to do a chili chicken also, see how that pairs well. And it's like more like homemade pita bread. It will be cooked in the clay oven, and then sauteed chicken with tomato, garlic, spicy sauce.
Just like at Righteous Slice, I also had the opportunity to interview with Jay, the owner of Masala, before getting to come in and try the food. I learned a few interesting things about the restaurant, such as they've only been open for about 6 months, but they've already amassed a really good following. They utilize a lot of different sources in order to incorporate items on their international menu, as well as to ensure quality control of everything that they offer.
And then what's this
So
sauce?
this is the tomato ginger garlic sauce we talked about,
Okay.
and it's going to glaze the chicken.
Okay.
That's what makes it chili chicken. It has nice, tangy and spicy kind of a way.
Nice. And then is that chicken looks like it's pre-seasoned?
Pre-seasoned, pre-cooked. And we'll plate it up.
So unfortunately, my microphone did die, but the thing that I loved about this chicken was the flavor. It had just the right amount of spice, and it was awesome. Now, for people like me who can't handle too much spice, I would recommend the 2. The 2 is a perfect amount of spice, just so you can get enough flavor and truly be able to taste what makes Indian food so magic. I mean, just look at the presentation there. Very beautifully made. Now we're moving on to the traditional garlic naan with butter. Now, the texture of this is what makes it really unique. It's soft and fluffy on the inside while maintaining a crunch as you eat it. Just like how in the USA we use bread, breadsticks, and rolls to eat with our food, in India, naan is the equivalent. So this is me eating the chili milli with the naan, and let me tell you, it was a lot better. So how do international businesses succeed in a small town like Rexburg? The answer lies in the ability to balance tradition with innovation, authenticity with adaptation, and quality with community. By embracing both the challenges and opportunities of a smaller market, businesses like Masala and Righteous Slice not only survive, but they thrive. They bring new flavors, new perspectives, and a sense of connection in this growing and diversifying town. Thank you for joining us on this culinary journey. We hope you've been inspired by the stories of these remarkable businesses and the lessons learned along the way. Until next time, remember that food is not just a sustenance, it's a gateway to culture, connection, and understanding.